Welcome back, Village, to another episode of Jedi Learning with Baba Kintu. And today, on this beautiful spring day, time of balance, time of ma'at, time of peace, I got a wisdom instruction for you that teaches you how to balance your speech. And it's time-tested, mother-approved. And it goes a little something like this. He who steps gently walks on a paved road. Now, what this means is that if you are a leader of your family, of a business, of some type of structure, then rule and gain respect through your gentleness of speech and your knowledge. Don't order and boss people around unless it is absolutely necessary. And you know when those times are. You know when it's time to pick up the pace, when it's time to be a little more aggressive, when it's time to light the fire under a couple of people. But it's not good to be like that for absolutely no reason. So make sure that you are very, very gentle in your speech when you are leading others. Because one who provokes people always has trouble. So don't be a button pusher, okay? Don't be a hothead. As a matter of fact, when you're speaking to people, make sure that you are answering them when they're not upset. As a matter of fact, if they come to you upset, try to turn your head or turn your face or not make direct eye contact with that person who is upset. Because the flame of the hot-hearted sweeps across everything. It'll eat you up. It'll burn you up. As a matter of fact, this can be seen when you're talking to somebody who is starting to become visibly agitated, and you start to become visibly agitated. You can tell by their body language. Their shoulders tighten up. They start to take shorter breaths. They start to huff and puff. They start to get louder. And as a result, you start to tighten up. You start to take shorter breaths. You start to get louder. You start to huff and puff. You are reciprocating the energy that you are absorbing. You can avoid that by not making that direct eye contact. This is not bowing down. This is being smart and being balanced and being gentle with your speech and your interpersonal and social skills. So make sure you are not reciprocating that energy, and that you sit and listen and you respond as calmly and as succinctly as you can. Because once again, the flame of the hot-hearted sweeps across everything. But he who steps gently walks on a paved road. Especially if you're a leader. You're always going to come across somebody who's upset. You're always going to come across somebody who wants a little bit more or who wants a little bit less. And as a result, you have to be very, very keen in how you respond to those, especially when they are upset, when they are on the front lines. You have to make those tough decisions, but it doesn't mean that you have to make those mean decisions. Be very, very conscientious about how you respond to people and how you approach people. And to go a little bit further with this, the one who is agitated all day never sees a moment of happiness. They're always upset. They're always finding something that is to be down, something to be sad about, something to be upset about. And that energy can also be reciprocated in you. And just like when you're speaking to the person who is upset, you can get ready for a flight or fight response. So therefore, you become tense, not because you want to actually attack this person, but because your body is letting you know that you need to prepare just in case. It's automatic. It's beyond your control. It is part of your brain structure and your behavioral psychology. So don't fight it. The best thing to do is avoid it. And you can avoid that by not, once again, making the eye contact or any type of facial contact with people you're answering who are extremely upset. But once again, he was agitated all day never has a happy moment. But then again, he who plays all day can never keep their fortune. So you gotta keep a balance. You can't be like Smokey and Friday running up and down the street all day playing. Because what's that gonna do? That's gonna end up having you smoking up your own supply and getting shot at by Big Worm. So this is played out in modern contemporary day stories just as well as it has been throughout thousands and thousands of years, just like this wisdom lesson I'm bringing to you from Ptahhotep today. So this isn't something that's new. You have to have, once again, a balance. Springtime, ma'at. It is the time for you to refocus revitalize, renew. And by the time you're able to do that, you'll understand it is your knowledge, it is your wisdom, it is your understanding that helped you lead, that made sure that you were the one chosen to go ahead and lead others. So you have to take advantage of that and use it to the best of your ability. So remember, don't be an agitator. Don't disrespect people. Don't talk down to people. Don't send nasty emails to people, because they're only going to come back to bite you in the ass. And you know when you're being passive aggressive, or you know when you're typing in all caps. The same thing applies in the digital world. Texting, typing, talking, the 3 T's. 3 T's of communication is what we're going to call it. You typing, texting, or talking, and you have an aggressive tone towards others, you should expect that they're going to have an aggressive tone right back towards you. So let that be a lesson and another wisdom instruction for you, that you have to have balance in your speech. If you lead other people, lead through your wisdom, your understanding, and your gentleness of speech. Don't be haughty unless you be humbled, okay? But also don't be silent lest you be chided. You have to have a balance. Don't provoke people, because the one who provokes always gets into trouble. So there's another wisdom lesson for you, brought to you today by Baba Kintu through the JED Institute of Learning, where we resurrect communities through superior education, and we always let everybody know that anyone can learn to learn. So we look forward to chatting with you on the next one, and hopefully you can use this wisdom instruction in your everyday life. If not, share with somebody who will. Peace.